Factor 5n squared plus 19n plus 12. This is one of those cases where when you see factor, you try to look at anything and see if there's a number or a variable that you can pull out. And there isn't in this case. There's no greatest common factor to deal with. So this is one of those things where you have to kind of come up with a combination and set up a problem where maybe perhaps you have something that looks like this, where you don't have just n and n, maybe you have a number in front of one of not both of these. So let's try to figure out some combinations. 5 could be 5 and 1. Okay. 12 could be a combination of 2 and 6, or 6 and 2, or 4 and 3, or 3 and 4. Or maybe it could be 12 and 1, and 1 and 12. There's a lot of options here. And what I want to do is I want to try to figure out which combination, when multiplied together, gets me 19. So if I were to test you out, if I were to test this guy out, what I'm going to do is multiply the outside numbers. So 5 times 3 is 15. And multiply the inside numbers. 1 times 4 is 4. And those two numbers happen to be 19. So these are the combination of numbers that I want. So the way I set this up is, since these numbers are attached to the n, I'm going to keep those numbers attached to the n. Yes, I'll clean this up in a minute. In that order, by the way. 5n, 1n. Since these were the numbers attached to 12, in that order, I'm going to write it out that way. And when I clean things up and get rid of that 1 in front of the n, I end up with 5n plus 4, regular n plus 3. Now there's another way that you could do this called MUDs. I'm not a fan of it. This is the Nick Perich version of doing things, or the math teacher goat way of doing things, and I prefer it this way. So I don't know. If it helps, it helps. And if you would rather do MUDs, then hey, get dirty. But not like and subscribe, please.